Hello, it's Sarah Jane from Cards and a Cuppa. I'm here today to share my top tips on how to get this effect with your card. So stamp this border in a straight line and how to cup your flowers really easily. These sprigs are from the Garden Party stamp set, and I've added little cupped flowers with that Pom Poms in the centres, and this sentiment here is from the stamp set from the herd. So here are my tips. Now to start with, I'm going to stamp the foliage in Wild Wasabi. Now I recommend stamping all the downward sprigs first and then stamping the upways. This is simply because if you try and flip the stamp and do it alternate, it's much harder to get a straight line, and this way you don't really have to draw any pencil lines to guide you because you're just going straight across. So that's the first tip. The second tip, which you probably know anyway, but when you're stamping with photopolymer stamps, use your piercing mat. So this is Strawberry Slush, and here's from the herd stamp set. Oh, here's the Garden Party one as well, in case you were wondering. Right, you can cut your stamp and then stamp that underneath. Stamp that next, because if you adhere your flowers first, then it's going to knock into the block, and the chance of you getting a good straight image are much harder. Right, keeping your piercing mat, your next job is to make your flowers. So I've got some Strawberry Slush and some Marina Mist cardstock. So you need 3 pink and 2 blue, or the other way around. Odd always looks better, an odd number. So that's the itty bitty punches. Now I've got my Simply Scored stylus here, and all I'm going to do is colour an invisible circle in the centre of each punched flower. That cups it just enough that it makes the petals fold up and without coming in too far. So you're going to take your pom pom trim, and now your pom poms are going to sit sideways in, they won't sit upwards, so you need to make sure that you trim the actual thread in between completely away so you won't see it. So trim off the thread as close to the pom pom as you can. I'll just do a couple to share. And then all you're going to do is grab your Crystal Effects, stick a pin in the top to unplug it, just put a little dab in the centre of each flower and add your pom pom. Now normally I would use a dry glue for any sort of ribbon or anything, but because these are really thick, you're not going to see the glue through them, and Crystal Effects just dries rock solid, and there's no chance they're ever going to fall out, whereas if you use a glue dot they might. So then all you do is add that onto your card and layer it up until you end up with that. So I hope you enjoy trying to make this card maybe, and let me know if you do. Thanks for watching today.